What's up guys, this is Shonan and today we are in KL Gateway Bangsar South. It's not, or Kampung Kerinchi lah. Hey guys, so we are now in KL Gateway Mall, and this mall is not exactly the best mall or most complete mall, right? But I think it's sufficient for the residents on top. You have all your F&B, your gym, there's common workplace, then offices, then you have places to chill like this central park, right? So it's where you can actually just hang out. And the best thing about this mall or this KL Gateway is actually the functions actually complements each other. Here you can see now a lot of workers are actually walking to office right now. Property Guru is in this building as well. Opposite UOA office buildings, right, you have Touch and Go, you have Alibaba, you have all the e-commerce canggih punya things. And for KL Gateway residents, there's two. One is the premium, one is the normal one, which is right on top of the mall. So besides the mixed development and function, right, which gives it a very self-sustaining model, there's also connectivity to the nearest Gateway Taman University LRT station. And this is the first time I talked about these lines of MRT or LRT, right? There's also difference to it in terms of premium. This is the old school Kelana Jaya track where it connects to KLCC, KL Central, and etc. So this one is the good one. So from the mall, there's a small walkway that actually shows you to KL Gateway residents. The main thing to look out for mixed development, right, is always the entrance for different functions. Like the entrance for the mall and the Menara Swiss Cap, which is the corporate offices and the small offices, right? All those must be separated from the residents because you don't want congestions to happen. If this road, everybody wants to go to the mall one day, let's say if this mall really very successful, right, then your passageway to the residents might get stuck. So I like when they separate out a separate entrance just dedicated to the residents itself. So I like it. Okay, first of all, coming out from the lift lobby, it's like a hotel where you don't have natural ventilation. So let's look at the plans now. All these are units, 12 units per floor. And the first thing is not natural ventilated. Then we are at the corridor height, pretty standard, which is like around 3 meters, which is good. And you have standard rails. But the openings is still like two ends. You see this end and this end. That's the only source of lightings that you will get. Yeah, I don't know whether this pick up, but the LRT sound is really very evident. As we always do check out where's the refuse chamber, and it's here. So right next to your fire staircase, right? This is your refuse chamber. And again, the same problem. There's no natural ventilation, which I'm very concerned of. Also, the first thing I like, right, it's the foyer. Because a lot of people thought that 550 square feet is more small, and we just even take up this space. But actually, this foyer is very relevant for Asian culture. We put our shoe the outside. So coming into the unit, this is Lim, which is doing his cleaning, which is also provided by the makeover guys, the maintenance part of it, right? So rather direct, this is your living, right? And that's your dining already. And let's head on to the master bedroom. So let's start the tour with specs first. What's the build up for this? This is 550 square feet, one room apartment. So it's different, not studio. And this unit itself, because it's fully furnished, again by the makeover guys, it's renting out by today with 2,300 per month of rental. Then the selling price here, if you look at listings, is around 490 to 500 over 1,000. So in other words, it's around 900 over per square feet in this super location. Okay, let's check out the view, what you get. This is KL Gateway Premium, right? But you get to see people swimming, not bad. Then you get Menara Telecom at the corner. You get the UOA buildings. Then this one you have other condos. This one is the I think this is the Kerinchi residence. So a little bit about the location, right? This is a very interesting address because you have a mix of items, which is you have the premium offices, the mall, the residence, right? And then you have status housing all in one location and they coexist together. Then moving on to connectivity, this is superb. So let's talk about car first. Right in front will be Federal Highway, then behind is actually MPE. If that's not enough, just now I mentioned the LRT station and this line that connects to the KLCC, KL Central, Central Market, right? These are the hot office areas and everyday people just commute mainly for work from their home, and this location is actually connected to that premium LRT line. Yep, so after Lim have completed all the cleaning, right? And look at the bedroom.
I'm seeing shimmers in this long-lasting dream.
And if there's just a young couple staying here, right, it's so nice. Anyway, so let's check it out. What's here? Must be the compressor room. Yeah, I like the fact, right, that there's a floor trap to it. So because here there will be rain and here will be actually sometimes sometimes there will be water. And if I were the developer, I'll actually put tiles here and put it at the corner so the water won't seep through, because this is timber flooring and this is the part where usually a lot of maintenance is required. Right, so separated with a glass door and you have curtains if you want. The width of the corridor, you look at it, wow! A lot of people might be concerned, 550 square feet, is it too small? For a family, of course it's small, but for a young couple, and mostly people here will be expatriates or people will be from outstation, because this project is really the definition between own stay and investment products. This one, if you want to stay here long term, I don't really think a normal Malaysian will enjoy. Personally, I won't, because of the intensity and it's non-stop. You have the train, you have the office, you have the highway, you have the ambulance, which is very close to the University Hospital. Then you have the University, UM is just right opposite as well. And there's just a lot of people in and out all the time. This kind of product then provide convenience and provide accessibility, connectivity, everything that an expat that works around here in Bangsar South would actually enjoy. Moving on, this will be your wardrobe and this will be your master bathroom. Ooh, I like countertop, basin, shower room, rain shower, nice, and your WC, full wall height tiles. Next to it would then be the living room, and this is where you will feel the 550 square feet tightness really. At the back where it's connected to the external space, which is the windows, you get daylight and it really enhances the quality of the bedroom. But in this internal living, dining, right, and also pantry and also workspace, you will then feel that it's rather compact because it's all artificial lighting and you don't really get to sense the space. But functionality, let's check it out. So this is your workspace, where you have your dryer, washer, then your cabinets and stuff like that, your fridge, this is where you cook, then this is your dining space for two, nice and cozy, and this is your living room already. Okay, because of the connectivity to the window is not a lot, and there's no way that this living space is actually going to get a lot of daylight, so artificial lighting's always got it on. That's why you can see after you off everything, right, it's really very dark. And another side thing is because when I'm doing this recording, all neighbors come in and out with the grill door and the door slamming and things like that. Because of the corridor design, there's echoes. They make the sound longer, so that noise gong glong. So I think that's all for the interior, 550 square feet, rather direct, and let's go on to the facility deck. Hey guys, so I'm now at the facility deck, and what I like is that all security guards are always on duty. Like from you come in, there's a main one, then for every different block there's also individual security guards, which is good because what you worry for mixed development, right? People in the mall can also access and this one and that one. So the pool is amazing, right? And there's like kids playing there. So next to the pool, the landscape area, but needs some maintenance. Anyway, this is a multi-purpose hall. It's huge, but you look at the column. The other side of the gym, you will have your games room, your wading pool for your kids, and your barbecue area. Okay guys, I think that's all for this review. It's now time for Sean take 3 on 3. 3 things I really like. Number 1, definitely the location, which provides the connectivity and the accessibility. In terms of road, just like we mentioned, to Federal Highway, MPE, Kerinchi, Sprint. Besides that, the connection to the LRT track, which is connecting directly straight to MidValley, New Central and KLCC. That's the most premium line. Point number 2, that's a mixed development. They do address a lot of issues, which are usually the separate entrance. Very important. You don't want the mall to be business school, then the access to your residence gets stuck. Then the security factor. There's a lot of security guards around. There's a main one, then at every block there's one. Then you come up to the facility floor, there's one again. And last of all would be this location of Bangsar South that has all the international MNCs. 3 things I don't like. Number 1, definitely the overwhelming buildings and density. If you just check the density around here, right, it's really a concrete jungle, and you have so many different buildings, which also results in a lot of traffic congestion and a lot of noise. The proximity to hospital lah, traffic lah, right? The car horn sound, the ambulance sound, LRT sound, the motor sound, all these will be received by the residents. Following that, number 2 will actually be the not so pleasant status service housings lah, because it's really just next to it. But if you come to think from another perspective, these will be the places for those who are actually in the supporting lines, like for those who works in a mall or works in an office, and they are there before all these luxury buildings happen lah. This is when something went wrong. So if you can see, there's no audio at all for the scene. What I'm trying to illustrate here is actually to showcase the traffic noise, the congestion, and the connectivity of that federal highway lah. So what's left out in that scene is actually point number 3, which is the unit layout. The living and dining, right, feels really compact and dark and not so pleasant. But the master bedroom then becomes gorgeous because half of the unit is actually the master bedroom and master bathroom. Because of the corridor like that, once you close the door, right, the whole floor will know that whether your tenant or your neighbor, right, is actually back from work or things like that, because the echo is just terrible. And then for the refuse chamber again, no proper ventilation, and it's somewhat like an afterthought. So those are the architectural things that I don't really like. However, in overall, right, again, this is a very clear distinction between an investment property and an own stay property. So because of like 500,000, you get 2,006 rental, right? It's amazing. And these are the investors, right, that bought like 4-5 years back, and the price was much lower lah. So now they are making money out of this investment. And shout out to the owner. Thank you for showing me the unit and letting me use the unit to actually educate and share with everyone here. And I think that's all for this episode. If you really like this video, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao!